could be trusted.
So what we did was, once again, we went to our science team, we went to a few pediatricians, and this thing doesn't happen overnight. We developed products, and we kept developing and developing until we came up with what we feel are the best products out there in these categories. When a child is born and, they give you a package when you leave the hospital, right?
Right.
I got to tell you something. They're not giving you the high-end stuff.
No.
Not at all.
They're giving you, I'm not going to mention the J&Js of the world. They get it for nothing, all right? Quite frankly,
What's cheap
all right?
for them?
We didn't want to be there, all right?
And they're not all natural products.
That's correct. They're not all natural. That's huge.
They're not.
But what I liked about when Dwayne and Amber came to us, they said, we want to follow the same theme with our products as Market America has done with their isotonics products, with their cosmeceutical products. We want to make the Lumiere de Vie in baby care products, all right? That's what we wanted to accomplish.
Yes, we did.
That's
We
her.
have
That's her.
all these amazing products in the company that, anti-aging, that keep people young, and, this line really keeps you healthy and young and keeps your skin looking amazing and soft from the first day of life. So, that was
So
an
DNA
exciting
Miracles
thing
natural
for
line.
Yes.
Incredible
And
products.
pediatrician approved.
And who better to talk about these products than one of the
Dr.
pediatricians that we went to help us with these products and try them out, all right?
Exactly. When it comes to children's health and development, our next special guests are leading experts. Dr. Michael McKenzie is a board-certified pediatrician who's held staff at the Boston Children's Hospital and Harvard Medical School. His wife, Dr. Lee, is a pediatric nurse and a developmental psychologist. Market America, please welcome Dr. Michael McKenzie and Lee McKenzie.
We clearly love when family works together, so this pair worked out perfectly. It runs in the Market America family. So, you guys have been such a great support of the line, and we are so lucky to have, not only an amazing pediatrician working with us on the line, but his beautiful wife is a pediatric nurse. So to have, this amazing duo here working with us and testing and actually, helping us to make sure that these products were, efficient and we're real, that we're not just marketing something like a million and one lines are on the market. We wanted something that worked, and they have been there with us from the beginning, and they have thousands of patients that they have helped, and they know and have firsthand experience on why natural is so important. So, you both have worked with thousands of kids and patients in your careers. Do many of your patients ask, whether natural or organic is important?
All the time. Many years ago, no one cared about it, but I think the trend towards natural, organic, eating right, doing the right thing for your body is sweeping the country, finally. And so parents care about what they use for their children, what they feed their children. Like Dr. Mason said, you don't want to put junk in your child. You don't want to put junk on your child.
Right.
And the Naturals line, you took care of that.
I think it's a great follow-up to the care that mothers take of themselves during pregnancy, where they're so careful about what they're eating, they're not drinking, there's no caffeine, that they're really taking care of their baby inside. And I think to have a natural product to be able to use to continue that trend and to promote the health of their babies is so important.
Excellent, excellent. Most of us, when we shower, when we bathe, we just use, soap and water.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about a baby's skin that requires something special?
Well, you said it a few minutes ago. The skin of babies is thinner than it will be later in life. And I bet there's not a woman, and many of the men in this audience, who don't know that it's important to take care of their skin. But a lot of the care we're taking is to fix what we did wrong, using soap and water on our face, for example.
Right.
If you start babies off with skin protection, natural repair, and building of the structural integrity of the skin, hopefully down the road, we won't have to help them fix what we did wrong.
Right.
As a pediatrician, I see babies with rashes all the time, and a good number of them, in fact the majority, are very non-specific. It's not that there was a specific thing, there wasn't a specific contact, just very, very sensitive. And I've long held a belief that somewhere this is related to the chemicals in our world. And so taking real care to have babies being bathed in the right stuff is by far and away the best way to start them off.
That's great.
Now, I know diaper rash is such a problem for, a lot of parents to deal with, and especially caring for it properly. Is there any way to prevent diaper rash?
Some babies are much more sensitive than others, but for all babies, you need three things when applying to the diaper area to protect the skin optimally. You need a barrier to keep out the urine and the stool and other things. You need something to be moisturizing and beginning to build and protect the skin. And lastly, you need something that is beginning to nourish it. And all of these products, the diaper cream does all of those things at once, so that parents aren't having to use a moisturizer and then putting a barrier on top of that, that it's one step and one perfect product for all of that.
And the other thing that I really love about the diaper cream is it's easy to apply, but it doesn't leave that sticky residue. And anytime you use a diaper cream that has a sticky residue, it's sitting on the top of the skin. It's
Right.
not penetrating the epidermal layer, and so it's not providing that healing, nurturing effect that the diaper cream does. The other thing is, when babies have diaper rashes, if you're using the thick creams that sit on the top, every time you change them, which you do very often,
Yeah.
you know.
we
Very
we
much
know that.
so.
Yeah, babies go through about 100 diapers a
Yes.
week, so you're doing a lot of changing. You have to rub it off, and sometime with a lot of friction. And if babies have a rash, that hurts.
Yeah.
This diaper cream is easy to remove, and I think that's a big plus for it.
I agree.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that when we formulated it, we made sure that it had a really high water base, and it's not a
Yes.
petroleum jelly.
Yes.
One thing about petroleum jellies is they don't come off. And this diaper cream, it's really special, and it's almost like butter. it's a diaper butter, and it's for an amazing price.
People are in the booth rubbing it on their skin.
Yeah.
And I know over the course of your careers, I'm sure your patients have asked you for, your professional opinion when it comes to baby lotions, baby washes, diaper creams. What do you normally recommend them?
In general, I've always said it doesn't really matter. The products that are on the market, there's not much to choose between them. And I have genuinely felt that. There was no incentive, there was nothing about the products that would have me be willing to say, this is something you should use. We are now in the position to be able to very clearly and very happily and enthusiastically endorse an amazing line of products for
Yeah.
all of our babies.
Yeah.
And as we were thinking about this, Lee, and once we got here and looked at the packaging, which is just so gorgeous, Lee's idea that we had before we got here is...
Well, in our medical practice, we do home visits on every newborn baby with the idea that you really want to build a relationship, and knowing where people are taking care of their babies is powerful for building our relationship. So now, in addition to doing home visits, we will be taking little gift bags of the 3 products because we do believe in them.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys so
That's
much.
powerful.